Welcome back to my channel. I'm James. Today we're going to be reviewing and deep diving into Jaws 2, the brand new 45th anniversary 4K Ultra HD release. And this is a brand new 4K scan and 4K restoration, obviously for its 45th anniversary. Today I'm going to be diving into this, doing my exclusive side-by-side 4K versus the original Blu-ray image comparisons. It's where I pull the native data off of each of these discs to show you side-by-side the image comparisons to let you know the quality of this set, if it got a really good restoration or if it's really bad. Let you know the sound quality, and then at the end I always wrap it up with my review score to let you know the sum up total quality of this set and if this is something you should buy or add to your collection. Now to start off with here, I'm going to show you the 2016 Blu-ray release up above. These are always the native images pulled directly from these discs without all of the artificial things your TV or player can do, like pumping up the color saturation to make everybody look like they're bleeding. But as always, these native images that you see on these discs are always what make the biggest difference in what we see when we're watching these. Now, on the previous 2016 Blu-ray, there was numerous things that had issues on it. It had issues with the sound, a lot of issues on the sound quality that was on it. It also had issues in the image, not dealing with the film grain well, having issues of some slight DNR in it, some slight issues with them actually trying to control or minimize the grain, which then made some other issues with the image actually looking more soft than it should have, even though they actually used softer filters and lenses when they filmed it originally. But the Blu-ray release overall was just an okay Blu-ray release. It was never a stunning release. Some of the colors would fluctuate on it between looking like more like skin tones to going kind of grayish skin tones to orange skin tones. So it just was a more uneven Blu-ray release. In comparison to Jaws 2's new 4K Ultra HD release with this brand new 4K restoration that Universal did, this is a native 4K 2160p and it does have HDR10 on it. Now for a film, like I said, that came out in 1978, this film intentionally had scenes that it was filmed intentionally softer looking with film lenses to give it a more dreamy, hazy appearance in certain scenes, especially some of the more romantic scenes with kind of like the teenagers in it. Those are to give it that look intentionally. As I stated previously on the Blu-ray though, some of the things they did on that Blu-ray actually made those scenes way worse looking because they were trying to mess with the natural image that was present on the original film elements. I'm happy to report in this case that is not the case on this. They did not have DNR on this. It doesn't have any of those issues with it looking actually really bad with those softer scenes. Now the softer scenes are still intentionally there because of the native image from the original film stock that they're doing this restoration from. They can't ever get rid of what was used from camera lenses and filters. That was intentional. So when they do those scans, it does make it look the best it ever can, but you still will notice some of those scenes have more of a hazy appearance, and that's intentional and will never go away. There's a lot of times that gets completely misreported because people don't understand the original film elements that are being worked with on these restorations. In this case, those scenes are intentional. It is not DNR. You can still see the film grain fine throughout it. Now, I will touch on that if you decide to buy this after watching my review and hearing my review score at the end here, as always, I've posted those direct links from Amazon in the description section and as a pinned comment in the comment section below. Those links down there never cost you, the viewer, even a penny extra, but they do help to support this YouTube channel just a tiny bit and help to support the creation of these exclusive videos that you watch here on my YouTube channel every single week. So make sure if you decide you want to get Jaws 2 on 4K Ultra HD, to click on those links I've posted down in the description section and as a pinned comment in the comment section below. Now, I did get Jaws 2 in about a week early for review, so I've been working on this for a week before the release date. Now, I can tell you on this, it does have English DTS HD Master Audio 2.0. Audio mix wise, it was a nice improvement over the Blu-ray in several different areas. The clarity is much nicer on this, but the biggest improvement is the distortions are gone on this. On the previous Blu-ray, I mentioned it at the beginning when I was talking about the Blu-ray, but there was numerous distortions on the audio mix on that previous Blu-ray release. Thankfully, for this new 45th anniversary release, they have fixed those. They are gone. There was no distortions, no audio issues like that at all that were present on this new audio restoration either. So that was a nice, healthy improvement in this. Now, I will talk about a negative here. In a lot of the underwater scenes, as has always been present on Jaws 2, the way they filmed those, There is still some film damage present that you will notice on this that was present on the previous Blu-ray and all the releases before, because the film stock is damaged and certain elements of how they filmed it underwater just caused film damage to appear on it. So there is fluctuations in the film grain and there is fluctuations in the image, kind of like almost waves go across it slightly. They were present on the previous Blu-ray. They do look slightly better on this. There's not as much of them, but you still will notice them if you've owned that previous Blu-ray and you get to the underwater scenes. This does still have some of those, but there are a lot less than there was on that previous Blu-ray. My understanding is it was very difficult for them to film a lot of those underwater scenes. Back in 1978, it was extremely difficult. And so some of those things are inherent to how this was filmed. You will notice there is some slight speckles on the side of the screen only on the underwater scenes. The rest of it looks really, really amazing. So all of the scenes above the underwater scenes, when the divers aren't in the water and everybody's above water and they're filming it, the restoration looks pretty darn incredible on this. There's no fluctuations in the film grain. The film grain is nicely stable and filmic throughout the entire film, other than, like I said, the underwater scenes. Now, for this new 4K restoration for its 45th anniversary, they went back to the original camera negatives and did a brand new 4K scan of the original camera negatives, which is what they're working with that created this native 4K 2160p. Now, if you haven't done so yet, make sure to go down there, give this video a like and a thumbs up for me, hit that subscribe button and the bell notification, just so I get this exclusive image comparison review that you're watching right now. This is something I exclusively do here on my YouTube channel. I spend tons of money for the software, the computers, the side-by-side high-end monitors to pull all of these native images off that you see up above and do these side-by-side image comparisons, and that's why no one else does these. It's extremely expensive for all of the computer equipment, the monitors, the drives, and all of the software to pull all of this off to do these native image comparisons. So if you enjoy all this content here on my channel, make sure to join my Collectors VIP Club. That is the best way to support the creation of these videos, and it's very, very important. It costs you less than a couple of bucks to join the VIP Club here on my YouTube channel, but that is the only way I can continue to create videos just like this. It's through all of you, my viewers and subscribers, support through the Collectors VIP Club. So if you watch these videos and these videos have helped you out, these image comparisons that I exclusively do help you out to decide what to buy, make sure to support these videos and this YouTube channel by joining the Collectors VIP Club. Now, for Jaws 2 with this new restoration they did, it also got a new color grading with HDR10 on it. I can tell you that is another area that this is a nice big improvement over the previous Blu-ray. As I was stating at the beginning about the issues with the Blu-ray before, how in 2016 when that Blu-ray came out, it had color fluctuations that were numerous times throughout that film. You go through someone's skin tone looking kind of orange to kind of gray to back to orange to kind of looking really tan, and all kind of back and forth several times throughout that film. I'm happy to report for this new 4K restoration, those color fluctuations are gone. The color is much more stable and it looks really good on this. I hate to say the color pops because I think that's an overused term, but I can say on this that it really does shine through brilliantly well on this 4K Ultra HD release. I was really surprised by the reds and the color of the sky and the ocean and the beaches and all the different colorful swimsuits. Man, on this new HDR10 with this new color grading, it looks brilliantly beautiful and just looks the best I've ever seen Jaws 2 look on home video, and leaves the 2016 Blu-ray in the dust. It is one of those that literally, I never want to see that Blu-ray again. That's how impressive this looked, and with that sound upgrade, it was a very nice improvement. Now, showing what you get in this, you do get this new slipcover. These are first pressings. It has this really nice 45th anniversary big sticker on it. It is huge, by the way. Side, it says Jaws 2. Then on the back here, it talks about it. Now, you do get a digital movies code from Movies Anywhere. That's minus the special features. I will tell you this did have a nice selection of special features in it. Bonus, deleted scenes, making of Jaws 2, Jaws 2, a portrait of an actor, John Williams, the music of Jaws 2, the French joke, and storyboards. So they did a nice job including a bunch of special features in this release as well. Now, when you get inside here, this is your old Blu-ray transfer. This is your brand new 4K Ultra HD. This is a BD66 and it is 100% region free. As always, I exclusively test all the 4K releases, as I've talked about a lot recently. And if you haven't checked out my top upcoming releases video, that's a video series where I talk about a lot of upcoming releases, kind of behind the scenes, stuff about studio insider information that I share in that video series. In that I talked about that a lot of 4Ks from some certain companies are getting region locked, and it's a dang shame that some of these studios are region locking their 4Ks in the US and other studios around the world, because it goes against the actual Blu-ray Authority, the rules that were set up for 4K releases. But some studios like Shout and Scream Factory recently, they don't care, they're ignoring them, they're doing whatever they want, and they won't get back to me anymore because I pointed it out. So it's a really big shame, and it is a stinky thing that some studios are doing, but if you want to know more about it, you'll want to go check out that video. But as far as this one goes, I am happy to report it's 100% region free. Now, getting into the rough average bitrate, I did some more of my exclusive testing and dived into this. Now, for the rough average bitrate on this one, it did have a consistently healthy 62 megabits per second. It was very nice for it. There wasn't any issues with it dropping way low or anything. Like I said, it was pretty consistent. And I did enjoy it and thought it lended to why it had such a nice and filmic image. Though I do want to point out one more time, something about this release that's important to understand when they filmed this with the lenses and the filters they used. There are scenes in this that will appear hazy and dreamlike, which blend in more with the film grain. It's still there, it's still filmic, but when they use those filters and lenses, it does give it a more dreamy appearance as intentional for Jaws 2. That's the way they intentionally filmed it. It's not wrong, it's not something they did incorrectly. That's never gonna go away no matter how many times they go in and restore it, because that's the way it is on the original film elements. This does look very good and is a very nice and healthy improvement for Jaws 2. Getting to my review score, this gets an excellent 9.2. I was very pleased with this release. I'm very happy that Universal did this for its 45th anniversary. I think Universal did a very nice, pleasing job on this that you'll very much enjoy. If you've seen this film originally in theaters, you're going to be blown away by this one, because Jaws 2 has never, in its history of home video releases since it was originally in theaters back in 1978, it has never looked as good as it does on this 4K Ultra HD release. This is one that is a must-buy that you're going to want to buy and add to your collection and not miss out on. And I think that they did a great job with the restoration on this. The only nitpick would have been, could have gotten quite a bit higher of a review score if it would have had like a new DTS:X or Dolby Atmos mix. Though I am happy they worked on the distortions and fixed those on the audio mix so that they're not present on this 4K Ultra HD release anymore either, like they were on that 2016 Blu-ray. So they did work on the audio, but it would have been kind of cool to get a brand new like Dolby Atmos mix. But that's why it's a 9.2. 9.2 image and sound quality, a must buy that you're going to want to own and add to your collection. If you like Jaws, this is one you gotta own this, and they did a great job with this restoration, and it comes highly recommended from me. Now, if you decide you're gonna buy this and add this to your collection, make sure to use those links I posted down in the description section and as a pinned comment in the comment section below. Those Amazon links down there never cost you a penny extra, but they're very important to the continued creation of videos just like this. As I've explained recently, I'm very, very limited on funds for creating these because of how expensive they are and how time consuming they are. That's why, as a lot of you have probably noticed, I'm limiting how many of these I can even create. The money is very limited and I have to budget to figure out how many of these I can do and what releases I can do these on. So make sure, if you enjoy the time, the hard work, and all of these image comparisons that you watch every single week here on my YouTube channel, make sure to join my Collectors VIP Club. I cannot stress how important that really is. Even those little $2 that I get from people that join the VIP Collectors Club, after they take their fees, which is roughly 30-35%, I get $1 and something from that. But that drastically helps even just a little bit in the creation of these videos. So as I've said before, you have no idea how important it is, each and every one of you, my viewers and subscribers, to join the Collectors VIP Club and support this channel. I'm not sponsored and paid by anybody. I can only do it with all of you, my viewers and subscribers' support. I want to say thank you to the VIP Club members that I have. You truly are wonderful. I really appreciate every single one of you. That's the only reason I can even make these videos like I do now. Make sure to start the conversation in the comment section below. Let me know if you saw this film originally in theaters, if you remember it. Let me know if you've owned the previous Blu-ray release that you're seeing above. Let me know if you're excited for this new 4K release. I always love to hear from all of you, so make sure to start that conversation in the comment section below. As always, I truly hope all of you have a blessed day. And I've always got something new, early, exclusive, and exciting coming out very soon.